Well, g'day insiders, me again. So what are we doing today? Well, today I'm taking a run into Sukhumvit Soi 23. Very close to doing my renewal now. Sorry for the shaky camera, trying to do two things at once. Yeah, so I've got this paperwork here from LMG Insurance. 41 to 50 years old, plan 1, 3,900 baht a year. 51 to 60 years old, 6,000 baht a year. 61 to 70, 7,700 baht a year. 71 to 75 is 11,400 baht a year, and 76 to 100 is 16,900 baht a year. They're the minimum rates. That has a like a 200,000 baht, what do you call it, policy excess. As you pay the first 200, but it's a qualifying insurance policy for doing your renewal of your passport, or for your OA visa, what do you call it, retirement visa. So I'm going to shoot in there and find out all about it, and then pay some money because I've got to do my renewal in a couple of weeks. There you go. Well, here we are at, I think this is Sukhumvit 21, this one here, the infamous Soi Cowboy behind me, just getting off the MRT there at Sukhumvit. The MRT, that's right, BTS MRT. Always get confused with those two. So now it's a quick walk down to Soi 23, and I believe they're on level 19. It's LMG Insurance. Don't forget, there will be look, I'll probably put these couple of documents on my cloud. If you want to download them, there'll be a link down below in the description box. That'll make it a bit easier for you. So rather than me trying to sort of get your email address and email them to you, you can just download them yourself. But yeah, so it's just one of the 12 insurance companies that are registered to supply the necessary minimum requirement insurance. Back on those numbers before, we'll go through them a bit later on, maybe. I don't know. Numbers are always sort of variable depending on when they're given. Those numbers I quoted before were the minimum. There are sort of different excesses and different higher coverages. The interesting thing about this particular policy is the fact that it will allow you to be, as long as you keep renewing, that will insure you till the age of 100. So there you go. Not that I think I'll ever make it to 100, but you never know. I damn well hope I can upload to the cloud in the next 10 years. Shed this mortal coil. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Anyway, you can see the buildings ahead of me. Do the spin around. There's one of these buildings on here. There's Soi 23 just in front of us. And it's either this one here or this one here. I don't quite know yet. But I'll work that out when I just get a bit closer. Well, that was a fairly painless exercise, although it was a little bit of a delay actually going upstairs and everything else. The paperwork, the form I had said level 19, but when I checked in with the concierge at the front desk, you had to leave your ID or passport or something there to, like as a security when you go upstairs. You get a visitor pass. So left my ID downstairs. He said go to level 14. Okay, so I went to level 14 and the lass there didn't have a clue what I was talking about because the forms, the paperwork's in English and she's not really good with English. She made a few checks around that, took about 15 minutes. She said, no, level 19. Oh, okay, fair enough. So I went up to level 19. Again, really not much information about where to go. There's a couple of doors up there. It was like a 50-50 chance, so I went on the right door. Then somebody came out to ask me a few questions. She says, have you got your application form? And I said no, because I just only had the pricing sheet. So she brought the application form out we sat down and wrote out the application there. Yeah, so the application was done. You know, there's two things I had to sort of say as pre-existing. One was my knee surgery or knee arthroscopy I had 35 years ago, which has given me all clear. I've never had a problem with that again. And of course, most importantly was the kidney stones this year. So also on that, so those are the two pre-existing conditions that I have to deal with. Everything else was no. Signed date. I went for the 100,000 baht deductible on the inpatient as opposed to the 200, which means I'm paying about 11,000 or 11,200 baht a year or something like that for my age. I asked them about the ongoing renewal price, and he says that factors into obviously pre-existing conditions and so on and so forth. When it comes down to renewal, you've already been with them a year. It's like like a known claims bonus sort of arrangement. So joining, that's the price, but obviously when you start to renew, they look at your policy, your renewals, and then they factor all that in to give you a final conclusion price. Now I got a bit of a run to do. It looks like we've got some rain coming in about 5 minutes time. As I said, all the notes are downstairs, down below. If I can find that application form to simplify, then I'll put a link to that as well. But yeah, so this is Wednesday the 9th. She says she should get back to me by Friday to give me the okay. She doesn't see any complications. She'll then email that they send money and everything else on Friday or something of that nature, and then the policy is drafted up and I get the policy on Monday. And then of course the paperwork or the physical policy takes about 10 days to come out. So that's all good for me as far as I'm concerned. I don't see any complications, but I'll let you know if there is any complications. That's the whole idea of these insider videos, to let you know the steps. So this will be part one of the health insurance, and there'll be a part two probably sometime next week, and we'll tell you how that goes. Then of course that finishes up with the whole visa renewal thing, which will probably become a main public video giving you all that. So this is, talking about the health insurance just inflates the whole video process for the Chanya and Wazza's channel. So all good. We'll see you later, and I got to run for cover, I guess. Bye for now.
I want you to lift me up so